Okay, so nobody's getting the truth from the mainstream media, folks. It's well past time to open your eyes, your ears, and your mind. Do your own research because something isn't right here. And if you can't see that, you are not paying attention, folks.
It's the opportunity to forge for ourselves and for future generations a new world order. A world where the rule of law, not the law of the jungle, governs the conduct of nations.
So let's look at each one of these and see how we can get this down to zero. Probably one of these numbers is going to have to get pretty near to zero. Now that's back from high school algebra, but let's take a look. First, we've got population. The world today has 6.8 billion people. That's headed up to about 9 billion. Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
The important message that we need Australians to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. In line with that, I do encourage all Australians to please go and book your vaccinations as soon as you can if you haven't already done so.
Emma, get away!
When we are successful, and we will be, we have a real chance at this new world order, an order in which a credible United Nations can use its peacekeeping role to fulfill the promise and vision of the UN's founders.
Okay, we need to stand up against this tyranny, folks. Stop giving away your freedoms and liberties, because the more you give up, the more these people will take until you have absolutely nothing left. That's their agenda.
All right, good evening, tribe. How are you? Back here for another week in the ditches. Stop the rot, sack the lot. Looks like it's I don't know. We can't get live to it, guys. So if everyone could, maybe try and share. I don't know. Try and get the show out to where you can. Obviously, you know, we're going to have a little bit of trouble in the upcoming time. Anyway, listen, guys, for the beginning of a Monday, I want to ask you what you've done on the weekend. What did you do to go out there and make a difference? Did you watch your footy? Did you go to Coles? Get some beer at the bottle? No. Just wondering. Because we got people out there, and if I miss anyone, guys, or people I don't know, please put them in the comments, all right? But I'd like to pay tribute to these folks, guys. All right, I really would, man. The people who have been standing at the Western Australia Governor's place for even longer than what the Canberra kids, boys or whatever have been standing. Not to diminish the Canberra boys, just to say Western Australia's over there, guys. There's a small group of people doing it. Where's the rest? We need people at governors. New South Wales, we've got the governors, all right? We've got Frank and Belinda and Phil, and now Charles is over there, and other people, Doug, all right? Young Craig Vine. Craig Vine's just going off his head, guys. He is the biggest menace to this town whatsoever, to the authorities, I tell you. All right, we've got Rosie up there on the North Shore. We got the Queensland governors. I saw a clip of today. They're up there doing it at Queensland. Absolutely brilliant, guys. I just want to say it's unreal, all right? Now we've got the GGs at Canberra still going. Now we got some boys on the North Coast, and I saw them catch up with Michael Griffith and Kelly, and I've seen Wade and Belinda out. And they're living the real world, guys, because the real world at the moment is waking people up to what's gone on, okay? No Woolies, no Coles, well, to the minimum, you know, that you can do it. But just living, you know. Now, we've got the witness statements had over 1 million views, guys, well over 1 million views now.
Witness.
Yeah, witness statement. Sorry, I'll keep going. Mission statement. I don't know what it is there. But, yeah, witness statement. Okay, so, guys, let's use it. All right, we're winning the information war, guys, hands down. Look at the craziness that's going on out there. All right. So, yeah, well done. And to those people, if I've left anyone out, sorry, you know, but yeah, there's a lot of yous out there. You're doing the right thing. All right. And I'm not saying other people aren't doing the right thing. We're all in our own situation, guys, but can you do more? Because as a coach, I'd like to see more. That's, yeah, there's my intro to the show, guys. Hey, Cazza.
Hi, look, we've got some clips. Let's have a look at our people. This is our people,
Our
guys.
people are unreal. They're
Our
brilliant.
people are unreal. They're the best in the world.
2025, and we're just going to start doing our instructions here in Melbourne.
Hello, Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause, I appear. My name is Trish.
Governor, with sufficient cause I appear. My name is Lee.
Hello, Governor! With sufficient cause I appear.
Hello, Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear. My name is John. I appear. My name is Cassandra.
Hello, Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear. My name is Anna. Hello, Governor. With sufficient cause I appear. My name is Robert.
Hello, Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear. My name is Jason.
Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear. My name is Paul.
Hello, Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear.
We got to be getting on their nerves, guys. We've got to be.
Governor Margaret Gardner. With sufficient cause I appear.
Governor, with sufficient cause I appear. My
Well done,
name
people.
is Jenny.
Yeah, and I'd like to thank Elizabeth Stewart for that one. Now, we also had it in Queensland. Check this out.
Cause I appear. My name is Margaret.
Annette Young. With sufficient cause I appear.
With sufficient cause I appear. I am Leanne.
I have no confidence in this government.
I am Catherine.
Sufficient cause I appear. I am Timothy.
It is with cause that I appear. My name is Carl.
I have no confidence in this government.
All right. Can I Can I say, folks, that I didn't even know what Cazza had lined up in the studio. We both walked in here at 20 to 7, okay? And yet I go and start my rant to the show about these people and what are you doing and what clips has got Cazza in here. This is insane, mate. So if you don't think that's a message from the good, yeah, quite often, if you don't think this is a message from the good Lord, right, to pack your saddle, get on your friggin' horse, right, and let's get going, okay? I don't know what is, guys. All right, I really don't. That is amazing. It
is amazing, and we've got a couple of others too. With thanks from Jay Hernandez for this one.
Your fears and your pain going away. And I hope you're dancing in the sky. And I hope you're singing in the angels' choir. And I hope them angels know what they have.
And this one from Amber Drake. This is in St Kilda.
This is brilliant, guys. This is absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, and thanks, guys. Remember, you only need a few minutes to just video what you've done, and we'll put it on the show. Send it to me. And look, it's something that's really, really important that we don't pay near enough attention to because we're just everything's just there's so much news. And that is the work that Dr. Joanne Howe and the people that are standing against this abortion bill's terrible. It means that Catholics won't be able to refuse abortions, like Catholics. Like hospitals and stuff like that, they're aborting them full term and the babies are being left to die. It's just horrendous. Like, I don't even understand how this is happening in Australia. But anyway, this is Dr. Joanne Howe the other day.
We need all Australians to start speaking up because our voices need to be louder. They need to be amplified and we need people to say, enough is enough and I'm going to speak up irrespective of the cost. 2.5 years ago when I started posting videos to social media, I knew that it was career suicide. I knew that I might never have a job at a university again. But what is at stake is the fact that wall to wall across our country, we kill babies right up until birth and we're told, we're brainwashed into saying that this is pro-women. And it's not pro-women. It is not. Women, do you want this? No! Do you want abortion up to birth for any reason? No. What do you want the people in here to do their actual job and to support you?
Now, the Catholics also ran an event, and this is the Day of the Unborn Child. They did a protest march as well. And I can't remember who shot this video footage. I'm sorry. I'll try to get it.
I was looking at it. Keen.
Could be, yeah.
Yeah, what's the name?
Sorry,
yeah,
I didn't write it
doing
down.
some good stuff. Yeah. You're going well. Not that you're going. Yeah, come on the show. Let's get you Melbourne people on here. We got a big audience from Melbourne. So,
look, it is really clear that Australians object to this. So, I don't know of anyone who thinks that it's okay. Actually.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous, guys. And where was this? You're right. You keep going for a minute, and I'll find what I was looking for.
Yeah, no, well, there is that. Now, the other thing is also is a rental crisis. Oh my goodness, let's have a look at this for starters. You know, you've got now. This is good because this is good news, and we applaud the police who have refused to enforce it. So a mayor's homeless ban falls flat after police have refused to enforce it. And guys, we absolutely salute you because we need you standing with us. It's every society has their warrior class, every society, and it's just terrible that so many of our police have been corrupted.
And guys, look, we know, and we know. All right, you were corrupted. Okay, all right, you've been corrupted by the Masons and all the secret societies. All right, but we know there's good guys in there, and this is what we need you guys to do, like we do. we're a minority standing up to educate the majority. All right. And thanks to you guys for doing it. That doesn't mean that you still haven't got some things to answer. Okay. And we need to talk, and, you know, we need to move you guys forward in actually what's really going on. So again, if we're talking about police, guys, let's use what we've got. We've got some police that want to stand up right here. Who can go to where that cop shop is and get us an event number on witness statement? All right, this is how we have to act, guys, right? We need to use what we've got. All right, we've got some guys up there that are feeling like they shouldn't be doing what they're doing. Now's the time to get in there and get an event number off them. Serious. So I don't know who's up there, but now the other thing, guys, is I was going to have a bit of a, on the way in, but new DNA database could unlock secrets behind childhood disease. These wankers. The only reason we have childhood disease is because what you jab into them, what you feed them, what you've done to their baby formula, what you've done to our fucking mothers. All right? And it's all bullshit, and it's going to stop. So there you go.
That's it. Now, Glenn's just made a really good point here. Now, this is the thing that he writes, the baby has its own DNA. Therefore, when the argument is presented that the mother has a right to do with her own body as she wants, yes, that's correct. But if the baby has its own DNA as an attachment, not part of her body, it's actually definition by murder. It's definition by murder certainly after it's been left to die, because every definition, by every definition, that baby has survived, and therefore it is alive of its own accord. So therefore it should not be left to, it should be given medical aid. I can't believe this is happening in Australia. The other thing I can't believe is this. This is a lineup for a rental in Melbourne. It's a 1-bedroom. And it's actually making headway in the paper because Claire Lehman has written Labour and Migration Failures create an underclass of working homeless citizens. Yes, that's true. You've got people that have got jobs and they can't afford rent. So you've got homeless people that are working. Like, it's just it's just terrible. Like, their policies are just, it's the policies.
Oh, yeah, it is. And they're just wrapping out bullshit, Caz. New bullshit policies, right? A load of crap. We've heard it all before, guys. Been hearing it for the last freaking 20 years, okay? As this thing sped up into action, all right? So, you Albo trying to sell us $150 or whatever for our, just go and get stuff, mate. That's not what we want. What we want is the problems fixed, not some pissy little Band-Aid that wouldn't even cover the problem that you're friggin' throwing out, mate. Load of bullshit, Albo. Pick your game up, get on the show, let's have a chat.
And look at this too, because the ABS has been caught. Well, it looks like they've been caught. They've put out this summary of our 4.1% unemployment. However, Roy Morgan has put out their own survey, and they've found that the unemployment increased to 11.5% in February.
Yeah. Just dodging the books again. They're just insane. You can't believe a word they say. We all know that. Yeah.
That's it. Look, Wade's done a call out for the people that are in South Australia, specifically the farmers who are really having a hard time over there.
Volunteers who are prepared to transport hay supplies and fodder supplies to drought-stricken farmers who are so desperate for it. And as I understand it, here in South Australia, there is a government fund that was set up that had around $20 million in it. I think there's 16 mil that's left, and we've got, as far as I can understand, we've got trucks who are ready to roll and hay that's ready to be delivered into South Australia from Victoria and other places to drought-affected farmers. And the one thing that's stopping the whole thing from going ahead is, you would guess it, the South Australian government. What are the chances? You got these filthy politicians who just play games with people's livelihoods, with their mental and their emotional and their financial stability and wellness. They talk about mental health. They put all this money into mental health. Stop mucking around with people. Just hand over the cash so that the people who are volunteering can get things rolling. We need trucks rolling across the border, and we need it happening yesterday. So You know, what we're talking about here with Bronwyn here, and
all right, so yeah, like just more shenanigans from the government, like
the destruction of Australia. If someone just put it in there, Caz, that's what it is. The destruction of Australia. They're going headlong, and guys, until we get numbers right and get, you know, the weight of the people behind us, waking them up to what's going on, this is where we are. All right, we're doing a great job. Everyone's doing a great job, but we just got to do better. All right, that's it. So,
well, Lozzie B, she puts out some really great stuff, and she's actually put this out on Twitter, and she says Australia currently has 6,202 foreign criminals in our prisons. It is estimated that 279,000 foreign-born criminals were arrested from 2022 to 2025. Approximately 91,000 of these arrests were violent crimes. Australia also has 70,000 to 100,000 illegal immigrants currently living in the country. So
all getting housing, yeah, free loans, you know, car loans, yeah, whatever.
And I got I got another one the other day. Another Red Cross. I drove past. I had somebody in the car with me who knows the house, knows who owns it, and said, "Oh, I see that house there." With he called them the towel heads. He goes, so there was a bunch of immigrants from Palestine by the looks of it, and he said, "Oh, that house is $650 a week. Real nice at the back, got a pool and all that sort of stuff." He goes, "You know who's paying for it?" I said, "Who?" He goes, "Oh, that's the Red Cross." And I said, "What?" I said, "Can I get the receipts on that? Can I actually get, would that, the people who own them," because he knows the people who own it, he goes, "Would they give me the receipts so I can actually put it out?" So I've asked for it. I've requested it. He's going to ask them. But like, seriously, this is it's just outrageous. It is absolutely outrageous.
All by design, guys. It's time to get a few more good players on the paddock, guys. And I know yous are out there.
And we'll go to what's happening in the UK in a minute. Like, as far, actually, maybe we should go there now. Like, as far as, because it is basically still in the, so they're importing all of these people, and they're becoming persecuted in their own countries. And you can see this with this situation here. So there's a primary school party. Okay, more than 50 youths armed with knives and machetes ran into the Elm Park Primary School's hall in Havering, Essex, where a 16th birthday party was being hosted at around 9 p.m. on Saturday. 2 were stabbed, and then the knives were later dumped in people's gardens. Like, and you also have this situation, like, with the Irish. Like, this is the Irish police.
We're seeing it out here too, Caz. Have you seen what's going on in Melbourne? They're ramping it up, mate. The violence is just going off its guts down there. But anyway, yep.
No, I know. Well, and the thing is that they're actually, the police are forcing the people to receive these immigrants that they don't want in their counties. Most of them are country little towns.
Pepper spray. Who's pepper spray? Pepper spray in the front. Pepper spray in the front. Pepper spray. Pepper spray. Get back. Get back. Get back. Move back. Get back. Get back. Move back. Move the area. Get back. Get the fuck back.
Wow. That is there. They're importing the cops over here, guys. They've done the same thing here, okay? All right, but at the moment, you know, we've got a chance to push it back. But I tell you, you let it get to the state that's getting in Europe, and we are, you know, these police aren't going to care, man. The ones that can go, and they're just going to be UN delegates that are in there, and they're going to do exactly what they're told to do. And they don't give a shit.
Well, something else that's happened, of course, with the funding that's been cut is Australian universities have lost some money.
Has cut funding to 7 Australian universities after they were sent surveys to see if joint research projects aligned with Donald Trump's agenda. Academics were asked whether they have ties to communist or socialist parties, receive funding from China, and it only recognises male and female sexes. US funding for $600 million worth of research efforts are now in jeopardy. Researchers are calling on the Albanese government to step in and prevent any further grant cuts. The Australian Education Department says the total amount of funding cut by the US is unclear.
Now, Madison King, she has put a breakdown of just how much money. I'm wondering if they've been privatised, actually. Listen to this.
James Zelensky. And it's not a person, it's actually the Australian universities. Can you believe how much money they pump in to the Australian university? The taxpayer pays $20 billion per year to subsidise domestic students' tuition and fees. However, we still, at the end of our degree, still pay anywhere from $35,000 to maybe $200,000 just for our education. Now, we pay more to this country through universities than through our own resource sectors. Isn't that disgusting? Secondly, you would think that would be the end of $20 billion towards the university, but of course not. So it turns out they make $13 billion in profit just from international students' tuition and fees alone. $13 billion. The state government and the federal government go on to throw billions of dollars into the universities on top of that. And then we just had Donald Trump saying that he pays $600 million to a handful of universities throughout Australia. And yes, he has every right to question where that money is going, how it's being spent, and why there are Palestine protesters all over the place, and why it's become so left-wing. Now, the question is, who else and what other countries are throwing money into our Australian universities? Because we know our country has become so left-wing that teachers don't even mark your papers properly, because for me, as someone who did a double degree, I had to write my paper for the person standing in front of me. And I had to figure out whether they were left-wing or right-wing in order to get a good mark. That's the truth of it. The other thing too is international students bring about $52 billion into Australia, $31 billion of that back into the Australian economy. Now, some of these kids are working 4 or 5 different jobs just to pay $10,000 to $20,000 in fees every term. Every term. I have a lot of friends from overseas through many areas, and I can't believe how much money they have to pay in cash to the university. That is disgusting.
We'll leave it there, but yeah, she's
she needs Philip. She does need a little bit of education on background issues, but she's doing a good job out there. Maybe we try and get her on the show. And anyway, but like we just got to use everyone for what we're doing at the moment. I totally agree with you. I picked it out before when Caz first brought her on. I went, man, she's got a few things to learn, this lass, but she's in the fight. She's coachable, and I reckon she's learnable.
All right, let's have a look at the flyers because we're almost at half past. And the Mondays at Maggie's crew is calling for tools down. It's time to stand together. A corrupt and tyrannical government is crushing industries, stripping freedoms and silencing voices. This affects every worker and every business. New South Wales under a corrupt government. Enough is enough. We won't stay silent and we demand action. So join us every Monday at the Governor's House in Sydney at 11 a.m. The 832 muster will be at Deniliquin, New South Wales, 28th to the 31st of March. And a reminder to contact the offices of Chris Minns, Ryan Park and Paul Scully. They are invited to come on the show Stop the Rot, Sack the Lot and have a debate with Dave. And Protect Our Australian Heritage are having a Captain Cook statue, Hyde Park, Sydney meetup on Saturday the 22nd of March at 3:30 p.m. And My Place Wollongong invites you to a community meeting Saturday the 29th of March, 12 p.m, Brighton Beach, North Wollongong Harbour. Come along and meet Robin and Guru. And there is a court call out in support of Dr. Mai Lee Trin. The dates are March 25th to 27th. Time is 10 a.m. to approximately 3 or 4, and the location is 86 to 90 Goulburn Street, Haymarket. And Dr. Joanne Howe is calling for people to join her at 10 a.m. outside of the Labor offices of Miss Kylie Wilkinson on Tuesday, and Warren Kirby on Wednesday this week in order to stop the evil Greens bill on abortion. And in Victoria, we have the following events. In Melbourne, gather at the Governor's every Saturday to end the tyranny. 10 a.m. every Saturday at the Governor Gates. And join the Justice of the People in Melbourne every Sunday at 4:30 p.m. for a remembrance at the Shrine of Remembrance, lest we forget. In Canberra, every day for over 1,000 days, the freedom fighters have been protesting at the Governor-General's. To join in, meet at the National Rock Garden at 10 a.m. to expose the 28, or tune in on YouTube at hashtag expose the 28. Dan Tilda's Designs has a special of $10 each for his t-shirts. Postage is 2 for $15 and 3 for $18. And check out Dan Tilda's new t-shirt designs featuring the QR code, the event number of the witness statement documentary. And RDA Warwick are having a meet-up on Sunday the 30th of March 2025, 2:30 p.m. start. The guest speakers will be Janos Pascandi and Robin J.S. at Topolina's Restaurant, corner of Beach Road and Dorchester Avenue, Warwick. And backed by popular demand, there will be a second screening of Witness Statement on Saturday, the 12th of April of 2025 at Nanango Cultural Centre on the corner of Drayton Streets and George Streets, Nanango, Queensland. Arrive at 11:30am for a 12pm lunchtime film start. And there will be a protest, the Western Australian election, on the 26th of March 2025 at Parliament House, Perth, 12:30 to 1:30. They are demanding a royal commission. The People's Health Alliance are hosting a practitioner presentation on the 30th of March 2025 at Milligan's House, 35 Milligan Street, Carey Park, 12pm start to 3:30pm. The talk topic is an ex-midwife gives a presentation on sovereign birth and sovereign birth keeping. If you would like to attend this, please RSVP Nikki to 0403 952 972 by Friday the 28th of March. A daily prayer space is held on X at 3 p.m. So whatever you're facing, come along and we can lift you up in prayer. Every day, 3 p.m. on X. Melissa 14623
All right, get out and see the second showing of Witness Statement. See if you can organise to have that on in your area. All right, I know we had the last time we done this, we had one down there at Nowra. So Troy and the boys, maybe you can sort something out down there. And the other thing is, guys, Matilda TV, get over there. All right,
awesome.
Yeah, we got it back up. It's running awesome. It's going really well. As I said, you stopped the rot, sacked a lot. Looks like it's been nailed.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got to get over there and do a bit of stuff. How's the information about geoengineering chem rails descending? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Well, yeah. I've got a bit here, but look, guys, we got Craig on the show. I don't think any of us are really backing the libertarians. All right. What we're going to do is get different people on. This Thursday night, we've got Sue Wrightson from Clive's party, Clive's number one girl. All right. We're going to bring them all on. As many that will come on, guys. But what I can say to you is, at least the people that come on, I got the balls to come on, and as you saw on Wednesday night with Craig, you know, they're going to have to answer a few hard questions, and I'm not going to let them get off with too much. Okay? I'm going to be respectful, but I'm not going to let them get away with anything. So, again, you know, we got some questions for Sue. I'll be beautiful and polite, but we have some questions, some things that we know need to be fixed.
And we have some information too. We have some news on the approaching election, if they ever announce it. So Monique Ryan, who's running for the Teals is the member for Kooyong. So this is allegedly her husband, and he's been caught stealing other people's posters.
Yeah, this is a Teals, guys. This is a Teals. Like, really?
And then you've got Peter Dutton.
No, okay.
No, Peter Dutton pledges $8.5 million to support Australia's first Hindu school.
Wow. What about the Australian people that are living in tents that the police have just said we're not going to move along? Again, thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, get a word to that police station, guys. If you know who it is, send them a complimentary email saying thank you. Thank you for standing with the people. This is what we need to do. All right. And at the end of it, you give them the witness statement and ask them for the event number. Okay. That's how we do it, guys. All right. Praise these guys up at the moment for doing the right thing. They've stood up for us. All right. For something we believe in. Okay. So the way to actually get them is to go in there, applaud them for what they've done. And in this instance, all right, and ask them for a bit more, which is the event number.
Well, and it's important to do this too because you've got this situation here. Now, you've got Conor McGregor. He said last week that the politicians in Ireland had 12 days he gave them to get there to start deporting. Otherwise, he was going to send them a letter on White House paper. Very, very interesting how he worded it. Now, the Ireland's Director of Public Prosecutions is now considering charging Conor McGregor with incitement for hatred for posts that he made back on X in 2023. So he'd face up to 2 years jail. But he's actually there. He was actually being lobbied. Articles were being carried today that the politicians were lobbying the Director of Public Prosecution, to actually do that, which is the same kind of lawfare that the police are there to be. That those departments are actually meant to be our departments. They're not meant to be the jackboot of the politicians.
Yeah. Okay. See, I'm in court tomorrow, but I'm not because I'm actually going to pour a concrete job. So another troll playing games. Anyway.
And also what's going on is, remember Enoch Burke, the teacher who's been arrested 2 or 3 times for not using pronouns? Now they've debanked him. Yep.
My name is Enoch Burke, and I'm a teacher of German and History at Wilson's Hospital School in County Westmeath. I'm standing here today outside my local Bank of Ireland branch, Casa Bar in County Mayo. This is my bank, and I've just attempted to withdraw funds from this bank account, but with no success. The account is frozen by order of Judge Nolan in the High Court. This was on foot of an application made by the Attorney General, Mr. Rossa Fanning, and accompanied also by lawyers for the Minister for Finance, Mr. Pascal Donoghue, and the Minister for Education, Miss Helen McEntee. And I have the bank card here in my hand, but I can't withdraw any money. And I want to make clear that I received no notice whatsoever of this. This is my bank account. It's where I received...
Well, we knew it was coming. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they've done it over here anyway for the, You know, they've done it to Bosie, they've done it to Moody Mel, you know, they've done it to a few people. So...
That's right. Deep bank. Now, the other thing is as well is that J.D. Vance has actually said breaking Doge has announced their plan to bring back trillions of dollars stolen by corrupt politicians. Yes. I wonder who that will rope in. Very fascinating. And John, the other thing is that we've got a guy in New Zealand called John Winston. I haven't actually spoken. I heard of him before, but he's actually made a speech on the war on woke.
We're going to declare a war on woke. And long live common sense. It's one of the most concerning and insidious cancers in our society today, the underlying creep of woke social engineering. A lot of people will tell you about it, but they've never mandated it, they've never announced it, it just is happening. This seeping of the leftist groupthink, and condoned by too many on the right, has been mostly hidden from society in the way it has implanted itself in New Zealand. Recently, New Zealand first announced a policy that apparently was absolutely, totally shocking. We announced that we wanted all public service hiring to be based on merit. To be based on skill and competence, not based on targets for diversity, equity and inclusion ideology. And you should have seen some in the mainstream media. They were absolutely entranced with anger. Mind you, their job is to report both sides of the story. But they didn't.
Look, he does a really good speech. He'll be
Yeah,
over
neither did he. He's got some dark background anyway, Caz, I'll tell you. Yeah.
I probably could do. Now, the interesting thing that's been going on, two other interesting things while we're at time. The leftists have been going nuts and they're taking it out on Elon's Teslas. Okay. Now, one of the people who have been claims to be what's their name? One of the organisers anyway, that Tesla takedown protests. This is Alice Hugh. Alice Hugh ends up being being Chinese. So, but what's interesting about it is Elon only owns 12.5% of Tesla. The rest is owned by their own mob. It's actually owned by people who we don't buy into stuff like Tesla. We believe in petrol cars and all that sort of stuff. So it's only leftists that buy into this ideology, the green ideology. So they're actually they're eating their own.
No, we believe in V8s and turbo 6s. We love them. Twin turbo 6s I used to have. Beautiful.
And of course, the last thing is that Snow White has absolutely bombed at the box office because of what woke Disney did to it. Very funny. There's been a lot of criticism about it. Now, so we're actually, I don't know who, I can't give credit to whoever did this Snow White parody outro. Guys, you have to hang around. You have to listen to these words. They're absolutely genius. Anyway, so that's what's taking us out tonight. So, Dave, if you would like to close the show, I will go.
All right, guys. Witness statement, as Craig's just put in there. Let's get it out to everyone, guys. Right, the brochures are there. The pamphlets are there. All right, let's just do it. Okay, we've done a really magnificent job. Okay, a really magnificent job. But let's go for broke, guys. All right, and a big shout out, right, to all those people traveling around the country, waking people up, doing their thing, putting on Forest of the Fallens, doing this, doing that. All right, there's too many for me to mention, guys. All right, but it is getting big. All right, the Forest of the Fallen movement in Australia started off with a handful. You know, and we said, guys, you know, well, we had, 50 or something? We go, let's see if we can double it. And I reckon we've, done a lot more than just double it, guys. All right? It is absolutely brilliant. So, again, I just want to prick your conscience, guys. All right? What are you doing? All right? The coach is calling for a little bit more, if that's what I am on this show. Okay? Let's get the witness statement out there. Let's get the brochures out there. Let's get the railway stations, bus stations. Let's just hand them out. All right? 2 hours. You've hit the peak time. Done. How many people could you have woken up? Maybe thousands, guys. Maybe thousands.
It's a long trip to Sydney.
All right. It's a long trip to Sydney. They got a brochure in their hand with a Q code. People are inquisitive. All right. Good night, folks. Thank you for the weekend. Thank you for the week coming.
Thanks. Night.
I showed this trailer to my therapist. Now he's in therapy. Snow White, hello, anybody here? Projector operator, just me. Snow White and the $7 total box office income. Movie janitors are getting a day off with this one. I threaten my kids with this trailer when they misbehave. Rachel Fodler, this is the perfect movie to watch on a plane. The odds of two disasters happening to you at the same time are very slim. Even Stephen Hawking would have walked out of the theater if he'd had to watch this film. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Off-White and the 7 pronouns. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Helen Keller just gouged her eyes out. Snow White looks like those Indians that built houses in the jungle. Disney used to touch hearts, now they touch you like a creepy uncle. Going to theaters near you, please don't do it, I have a family. This is possibly the only step on video I haven't wanted to see. The dwarfs look like unused models from the Polar Express. She don't need no light, she independent now, independent from success. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Snow Woke and the 7 gender. Mirror, mirror on the wall, Snow Off-White and the 7 registered offender. Mirror, mirror on the wall, let me give my therapist a call. Mirror, mirror on the wall, one shall stand and one shall fall.